So we're starting our hiking now in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. This is in Ohio, believe it or not. There's a national park in Ohio, nestled between two giant cities, and we have a lot of forestry out here. So we're going to first go on the Ledges hike, and then we'll see which other ones we have to do. So we're hiking out here with a friend.
Wow, that's creepy. That's the line.
And here is the ledge. Look at that.
Yeah, it goes down. That is really cool. Don't get too close there. Wow.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and switch this. We're recording this on the, this is the Galaxy phone. I have a wide angle lens. Let's switch to that. Here we are on wide angle. Yeah, you guys like the wide angle lens? So what do we have here? This is, we're actually over here with a professor in geosciences. We might get an education lesson, more than my usual rants. Anything exciting here?
No, it just looks like a lot of limestone.
A lot of limestone, all right. You know, I filled in for a geologist.
On it and watch it fizzle.
I filled in for a geologist last year at science camp.
Oh,
and I know nothing about rocks. I'm like, guys, these are rocks. He sent me kits. Here we go.
Don't miss your step.
Oh yeah, definitely don't miss the step. The Cuyahoga Valley National Park is a stretch of land. It's kind of one of these eastern disjointed parks in that you drive through a lot of different spaces, and then there's a lot of pull-offs here and there interspersed with towns and cities and all sorts of things. It does, in my opinion, pull away from the beauty of some of the national parks, which is one of the reasons I like the ones in the West a little bit better. You get in, there's one entrance place, and then you're in the park. There's not a lot of anything else in between, which allows you to escape into the beauty of it. This one is one of the ones that there's just parts of park all over the place, which is each one is really cool in its own right, but it kind of lacks a little bit of the feeling of the national parks. Nevertheless, if you're looking for the park, it is going to sit between Cleveland and Akron, and there are some excellent hikes in it, and there is some nice history and some beauty to be found. So let's see what we can see here. We have a tree hugger. Should we get some chains? You can chain yourself to it. That's a big tree, though.
That is
like, I can't even tell what it is. It's so big.
Is it a maple?
It is. It looks like a maple.
It's ginormous.
That thing looks like a maple tree. That is the most intriguing rock fossil.
That is a fossilized alien.
That is right. Aliens are true. They have landed here in the Cuyahoga Valley.
Here it is. This is proof, evidence.
Evidence. So up here is the conglomerate rock. A lot of different harder layers got mixed in with the softer layers. And if you look at the stream down here, here's a better example here. So we got some like probably sandstone mixed in with some other guys. But then when you look at the stream down here, you can see the sedimentary deposits that are eroding off, giving us this rich sand. Let me just trying to grab the phone without it, but there's this rich sand down here that you can see that's kind of the wash over, and then you can see it's eroding out the conglomerate rock where the sand is being eroded down, and then we're left with the quartz behind. Yep. So that's a really cool thing that comes out of this cave. Should I go back here? I think there's a bear back here. I've been stuck in this cave for days. Will I ever find my way out? Will I ever see the day again?
Days have passed. No sign of Tom Morawski. Where might he be? The search party continues in this lost cave in Cuyahoga National Forest. Or no, Cuyahoga National Park. Will he ever emerge from the dark dampness of lostness? Wait, we hear something now. There he is.
Freedom!
There he is. The light. He's seen the light.
This whole area we're at right here is the Ledges hike area. There's a few different places where you can go and hike, and I would say if you can only hit one of them, the Ledges is absolutely stunning. We have some overlooks that we saw earlier, which overlook in the east is a lot less impressive than overlook in the west. Overlook in the east, hey look, the tops of a bunch of trees. Overlook in the west, massive miles of empty valleys. Yeah. But outside the overlooks, you had a lot of these caves and these runners inside. And these guys over here, the previous owner had actually carved these in. They're not like Native American. They're only about 100 years old, but they're very well carved right before the park was handed over as a preserved land. But these tunnels and corridors and caves are amazing. Sadly, most of the caves are now blocked off because of the bat nose virus, which has been decimating bat populations. But with that being said, you got to check out the Ledges area. Just some beautiful scenery down here.
So one of the cool features down here at the park is this cave, which unfortunately now is closed. This is called the Icebox Cave, and just sitting right here is really, really nice and cool, nice and chill. It's getting warm outside. This is nice and consistent. It's closed now because there's actually a big disease killing off bats in North America. Is the white nose disease, I believe it's called, which in order to prevent the spread of it, there are pretty much a lot of caves around the country are closing down because of that. But this is a nice little cave. You could, in theory, at one point in time go back here. It's now closed, but it's a really nice spot, and this is kind of the environment it's in. Really, really kind of cool. It's called the Icebox Cave. So I did have a first. I was hiking up here with my friend, and two ladies come by, and they ask if we're part of the meetup. I'm thinking it was two ladies who were going to have two blind dates with two men in the park. It was very interesting, but we said no, just a bunch of people, but it was strange. And my friend is married. Well, happily, we'll leave it at that. And I'm not particularly looking. So anyway, fun. Don't experience that very often, but I thought it was a fun story here at the national parks. Never know what's going to happen, right? But hey, I could have gone home with a date. I don't know.
After leaving the Ledges area, we made our way into the center of the park at Boston Mill Visitor Center. From there, we grabbed a little bit of a snack and then planned our next hikes, which we decided to go out to Blue Hen Falls.
So they're ending the production of the Choco Taco, and that saddens me, to make room for a Klondike bar. Sure, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Eat Choco Tacos. They're way better. Prove me wrong. So this is the Buckeye Trail. This trail goes all through Ohio, and we have already come up quite a height, but we're on our way over to the Blue Hen Falls. Buckeye Trail has some very interesting animals. I don't know what this thing is, but it looks dangerous.
It definitely.
And it has a claw.
Tom, that looks like it's out of Jurassic Park. I'm telling you, it's kind of creepy.
I'm thinking Transformers.
Transformers. I think whatever it is, we're a little too close.
We might be. Let's get on down the road. We're going to continue on to Blue Hen Falls.
I did enjoy my hikes through the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, but if you're seeking out a park destination, like most of the other parks on the east, I tend to put it more on the bottom of the spectrum of cool parks than near the top. Is this because I come from the east and it just looks like the east, or is there something else? I actually think it's something else. As I said, you go into the parks, and most of the parks in the west, there's a very defined entrance, there's a very defined exit, and there's a lot of really unique things inside of there. Coming from the east, what we saw here is pretty, but it's really not a ton different from a lot of the things you can find in random spots around most of the East. It's like my trip to Shenandoah. Every Pennsylvania back road looks like Shenandoah. I mean, why is there a park here? Sure, the Ledges has a few more things, but, Rim Rock, Jake's Rock, several other places all throughout the Appalachians look similar. Was this a bad park? Absolutely not. It is beautiful, and it is worth going to. It is worth preserving. But it doesn't have the stunning beauty of a Yellowstone, a Bryce Canyon, a White Sands. I don't think so. That's my thought of it. Let me know your thoughts, and if you've been to this park, what was your favorite park? What was the hikes you happened to do, and were they worth doing? Let me know those in the comments down below. Thanks for watching this video today. We'll be back with you next time. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. Hit that notification bell, and we will see you a little bit further down the road.